Fine. And we have to start from where? Why to create an organization and what is the purpose of creating an organization, right? Why we should create multiple organizations in DevOps, right? From here only we have to start. Okay, fine. No, Ravi, you cannot unmute yourself. You cannot unmute. You have to respond in the chat box only. You cannot unmute yourself. No one can unmute themselves. You have to respond in the chat box only. Is that clear? All right. So I'll just go to the page number 12 here. Okay. Yeah. So here we have to see like, what is the when we can create multiple organizations in DevOps. Okay, when we should create multiple organizations in DevOps. Okay, this we'll see now. Fine. So see guys, here in our last class, if you remember, we have created one organization with a name called 6 p.m. batch. This organization we have created in our last class. And how can we say that we are in which organization? The organization which we are in, that organization will be highlighted with blue color. See, this is highlighted with blue color. Simply, it's an indication for you that you are at this organization right now. So, when we can create on what circumstances we can create multiple organizations in DevOps. Okay, this will see now. Okay, so see here what I'm trying to do. See, when we can create multiple organizations in DevOps, or on what circumstances we can create multiple organizations in DevOps. Correct now. See now, if you see here, I'm having one organization 6 p.m. batch. Here I'm having one organization 7:30 p.m. batch. One organization, my project 9876. Like this, multiple organizations I'm having here. And you will get one organization by default. You will get one organization by default, and don't touch this organization. Okay. Don't touch this organization. Okay. Default organization, you have to keep it as it is, like this only. Rest of the organizations, whatever you are creating, you can create, you can delete, you can do whatever you want. But default organization, let it be like this. So now see here, this is my DevOps account. The name I have given is what, Kiddu Baby. Okay. And one organization has been created with the name called Kiddu M. And when you create DevOps account, when you create DevOps free account, then you will also get one organization by default created. If you want to see that, you can do it so, and don't touch this default organization. Okay, fine. Next, what I'll do here, I have created one organization 6 p.m. batch. This is my default organization, and these other organizations I have created. Now, what happens here? See, when we create multiple organizations, see, when we are working in big companies, in bigger IT companies, big IT companies, like, TCS, Infosys, TechM, HCL, okay, Deloitte, etc., etc. Okay, when we are working on bigger IT companies like this, then these companies are having, lakhs of employees. Correct, na? These companies are having lakhs of employees and hundreds of projects. Okay. And hundreds of clients also. Hundreds of projects and hundreds of clients as well. Let us take for an example, we are considering one company called Infosys. Now, Infosys is having multiple clients. Infosys is a service-based company. Infosys gives IT services to different other clients. TCS is service-based company. TechM is service-based company. HCL is service-based company. Okay. Fine. These are all the multiple companies that we are having. And these companies are having multiple clients also. Now let us take Infosys. Infosys is working for one of the client called Bank of America. Okay, Bank of America is a very big bank. This bank came to Infosys and this bank says that implement one software, one web application for our bank. Okay, guys, just 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. Guys, I will be back in 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. Okay. Sorry, guys. Thank you. So now this bank came to Infosys and says that create one website for us for our bank. Likewise, one more company called indigo.com. One more company came to Infosys and says that we are having a airplane company where we are having multiple aircrafts and all. We want you to develop one web application so that our people, whoever wants to travel from one place to another place, they can book their flight tickets. One more company, something like this. Let us say that Sony.com. Sony is one of the biggest client in electronics. So Sony came to Infosys and Sony says that, develop one website for us, for our Sony company, so that people can book their electronic things. Okay, in Sony, they can book their music system or smart TVs or speakers, etc., etc. Like this, all these are who? These are the different clients. They are the different clients, okay, who has given their projects to Infosys. And now this Bank of America is actually a very big client, okay. And Bank of America won't give just one project. Bank of America may give some, okay, 15 projects to develop. 15 projects to develop to Infosys. Okay. And indigo.com, okay, has given some 10 projects to develop to Infosys. And likewise, Sony also gives some, maybe let us take some 12 projects. To just 12 projects to develop to Infosys. Like this, These are very big clients, but they are having some small web applications, some small projects also. This is one company, but this company is having multiple web applications. This company needs multiple web applications, multiple projects. Okay, Bank of America is a bank. It's not a software company. This bank will come, and this bank will either go to TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, HCL, Deloitte, NTT Data, etc., to any of the IT service based company, and they will ask to develop this project for them. So what now we will do, who is working in TCS, Infosys and all, we are working, right? We are anything, any company we are working. Let me take Mahindra, Infosys or TCS, NTT Data, okay, Cognizant, IBM, okay. Any service provider you take, any company you take, even Deloitte. Deloitte also do consulting, technology and service providers also. Multiple departments we are having in every company. So what is happening here? As we are working in this company, so what we will do, okay, as this is one client and this client given has 15 projects to develop. Okay, this is one client, it has given 10 projects to develop. And Sony is one client and it has given some 12 projects to develop. So what we'll do, in a nutshell, on a whole, we'll create one organization for Bank of America, and what all projects that Bank of America has given us, okay, will put all that projects in one organization, Same like Indigo.com will create one organization for Indigo.com. Okay, same. On a whole, what we'll do, okay, we'll create one organization for Indigo. Indigo is a very big company, guys. And what all the projects that Indigo has given us, we'll put all that projects in one organization, and that organization will create as what? Indigo. One organization will create as Bank of America. Likewise, we can create here multiple organizations for multiple clients. Am I clear or not? Same, see here. Now, 7:30 p.m. is one batch. This is one of my client. 7:30 p.m. batch is on a whole. This is one of my client, one batch. That's why I have created here one organization. 6 p.m. batch is one client. I have created one organization. Now here in this 7:30 p.m. batch, I can create multiple projects. This 7:30 p.m. batch organization, this client has given me multiple projects, 2, 3, 4, 10, 5, whatever the number of projects he has given me, I am creating all the projects which belongs to 7:30 p.m. batch in this organization only. So what is happening with this? With this, the governance, the maintenance, the management, okay, will become easy. Correct or not? That is what the purpose will create multiple organizations. See here, if you're having large number of projects in our company, like hundreds and thousands of projects, then managing all those projects is not an easy job. Then we can create multiple groups, which is nothing but clients from our projects, and for each group we create an organization. Now, client is nothing but a group. We can treat an organization as an account, business unit, or a group. We can treat organization as an account, business unit, or a group. So Sony is one electronic business group. Indigo.com is one aviation business group. Bank of America, one banking sector business group. Getting, guys? Like that. One organization, we can consider it as a business group. We can consider it as a client. We can consider it as an account also. Example, when we are working in big organizations like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, etc., then for each client we treat, okay, client as an account, okay, as an account or business group, because under that account there are multiple projects which we are working on. So for each account we can create an organization. For each account, for each client, we can create an organization. Each organization will have its own URL. And if we see below, then the organization is part of URL only. See here. If you notice here, what is this one? Where we are now? We are at which organization? We are at 7:30 p.m. batch organization. Where we are at 7:30 p.m. batch organization. How can I say that? Because 7:30 p.m. is highlighted with blue color. It is highlighted with blue color. See, that's why we are at 7:30 p.m. organization. You can see this also, or else if you see here the URL, in the URL, what is this one? This is our organization name, 7:30 p.m. batch. If I click here, now we are in which organization? 6 p.m. batch organization. How can I say that? Here in the URL, it is mentioned very clearly 6 p.m. batch, or else 6 p.m. batch is been highlighted with blue color. That's why we are at 6 p.m. batch organization as of now. That is what I'm trying to say in the material. Example, dev.azure.com/kiddu_m. So this is the protocol. This is the URL for DevOps, and this is our organization name. See here, I have given https://dev.azure.com is a DevOps portal link, and kiddu_m is what? An organization name. So this is an organization. This is an organization. Next, what we can do in organization? Okay, why we are creating an organization and what we can do in organization. Okay, I told you now when we can create multiple organizations and what is the purpose of creating an organizations. So simply interview question. What is an interview question? You know, how many organizations you have managed in DevOps? How to create an organization? What is the purpose of an organization? What is an organization in DevOps? So these are all things that you have to read now. These all things you have to read now. Simple and clear information I'm giving, guys. For an organization, I'm not giving, okay, 8 to 10 pages. You will be very boring. You will feel bored if I give 8 to 10 pages. I'm just giving little content, little information, and in that I'm covering all the things. At your level, if you tell this much also in interview, that is sufficient. That is sufficient. Okay. Now, what I'm showing here, what we can do in organizations. What we can do in organizations? We can create projects in organization. We can create a DevOps projects in organization. In organizations. We can create a DevOps projects in organization. What type of projects we can create in DevOps organization? In DevOps organization, we can create two types of projects. And what is that? That is public project and private project. Public project and private project. These two projects we can create in DevOps organization. Okay, good. What is public project now? What is private project now? See, public project. Okay. If you have heard, it's a public park. It's a public park. Public park means what? That park is open to anyone. Anyone can go. It's a public park. Okay. So when you are creating a public project in your DevOps organization, then that project code, that project will be open to everyone. That project anyone can see. If you give the link of that project, okay, this is the project link. Suppose if I want you to see some movie, some web series, and it's open, let us take in Geo Cinema platform, Geo Cinema. If I give you that link, you can open and you can see that web series, that movie you can see because it is publicly available. Okay, no restriction, no security. And private project means what? Private project means it's confidential. Even if you have got the link also, you cannot access that until and unless you have been given access exclusively. Until and unless you have been given access exclusively, you cannot access it. Okay, so see here, if we create public project, then below points to be considered. Public projects are visible to everyone. No login is required. See, no login is required to get access for public project. We simply need the URL of that project and put the URL of that project in our browser, and all the things which are related to that project will be available to everyone. Simple points, simple points. Trust me, guys, this material makes you so much confident to learn this technology, I'm telling you. No hard, fast vocabulary, no very complicated English to, make you mug up the things here. If you read it 3 to 4 times with full attention, then that is sufficient. You can handle in the interview. Now, what type of projects you have created in DevOps organization? You can say that basically there are two types of projects that we can create: public project and private project. Mostly 99.9% of the times will create a, will create a private projects only. Will create a private projects only. Because in public projects, anyone can access, anyone can, you know, anyone can get our code, anyone can copy our logic, anyone can do the violation of rights and all that stuff. That's why 99.9% of the times we'll create the private projects only. We'll create a private projects only. Okay, these are some points, guys. There are some points I have written for public project and for private project. Okay, these are all private project points. If you get a new private project, then private projects are visible to limited users. Basically, these projects are visible to only those users to whom will provide some access. Okay, all these are the theoretical points. Now, how to create the projects? I'll show you that one. This is your organization. I'll say a project name. I'll say here the project name. Let me give the project name as what? Any project name I can give. Let us take, I'll say here, Bank of America. I'm giving the project name. Description, you can give the purpose of this project. Okay. Creating this project for Naresh IT students. What you want? You want this project to be public or private? What you want? Okay. I'm going with private. Public is disabled for us. Public is disabled for us. Public is not even enabled. Okay, if you are taking this paid subscription and all, in that case, okay, and with some different type of licenses, then when you are having it, then you will get this public project accessibility to create. So we are having here access to create the private project only. So I've selected the private project here. Next, advance. Okay, version control. We are having two types of version control. Guys, very important for interviews point of view. Git and TFVC. What is Git? Git is the most latest approach, most latest feature of the DevOps project. With Git, when we are creating a project, then we can do miracles, means automations. We can do automations. We can, run Git commands on top of our project so that the project will understand also the Git commands. If you create a project with a Git version control. Okay. If you want, you can say TFVC also. Two types of version controls you are having. Okay. Fine. No, no, no. You cannot change. Ravi, you cannot change private to public or public to private. Okay. See, I have never seen in my career that someone is creating a public project. That's why I have told very clearly 99.9% of the times we'll create private projects only. Okay, fine. So now I'll say here Git as of now. Always will use Git because Git, when we are creating a project with Git commands, then this project will understand the Git commands. And we are going to learn that in the upcoming classes. Okay, that's why. And again, most of the projects we are creating these days with the Git version control only, with the Git version control. In the interviews, they will ask you, what is the version control you have used Git? Why you have used Git? Git is the most latest approach, latest technology that we are using for DevOps projects, with which automations, repos handling, CI/CD pipelines deployment will become easy. That's why we are using Git. Work item process, we are having multiple work item process, Agile, Basic, CMMI, and Scrum. So first I'll take with basic. I'll take with basic here. And most of the times in our real-time projects, we'll take Agile work item process. What will take? Agile. Will not take basic, we'll take Agile. Okay, fine. So I'm just going with basic here and then I click on create a project. That's it. Now, first project, Bank of America got created in our 6 p.m. batch organization. See, Bank of America. Bank of America. Is that clear? Or else you can do one thing. You can come to here, this project settings. You can, if you want, I think you can change the project name also. Okay, you can say here project one. Okay, we can say here project one and then save it if you want to change it. Any project name you can give accordingly. So I've given the name as what? Bank of America. Bank of America project one, Bank of America project two, Bank of America project three, something like this you can give. And your organization name would be Bank of America. Here you have to pick. Here we have to give Bank of America, Bank of America project one more project. See, if I go here, for an example, if I go here, this is my project. I'll go to project settings. I'll say here P1. Save. Okay. I'm saying here Bank of America P1. Okay. Click on save. Project one. See now, I'm having in 6 p.m. batch, I'm having Bank of America P1, project one. Getting, is that clear? Go to project settings. If you want to say something like this, which will be more clear. Done. If you want to create one more project, you can do it. So when you are clicking here on DevOps, you are coming back to your home page. When you click here, you will come back to your home page. Want to create a new project? Simple, I can say here, new project. Say here, new project. Say here, Bank of America, project 2. Description is optional. If you want, you can pass the description or else you can leave it blank, private project. And by default, if you are not giving anything here, version control, it will take it as Git. Work item process, it will take it as basic by default. By default, it will take Git only and basic. Click on create here. Then you are going to create one more project, Bank of America project 2. If you come here, now you are seeing two projects in your 6 p.m. batch organization, project 1 and project 2. And if you notice here one thing, in project 1, you have got all these services, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. Same, if you go to project 2 also, you will find this all services, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. You will get this all services by default. Whether you use, you don't use and all, it's your choice. But from Azure DevOps side, you will get all these main services for sure. And these are the sub services also, you will get it by default. These sub services also, you will get it by default. That is what here it is. Okay. So these are some key points, guys. These are some key points. Now see here. Okay. Go through this theoretical part. Go to this theory. Okay. I'll share you this study material with all of you. Okay, go with this theoretical part. Okay, and what I will do, I'll show you practically. And if you're having any doubts here in this theoretical part, you are always welcome to ask me. You're always welcome to ask me here. So and so page number, so and so point is not clear. Sir, could you please clear? I'll definitely clear the points. Okay, now see, two projects I have created. And what is this one? Version control. The first is Git and the second one is TFVC. I have written everything. Whatever I am telling you practically, I am showing you, telling you practically, that is what all I have written here in the material also. Okay, so two types of version controls I told, right? Git and TFVC, that is what it is mentioned here. So basically, whenever we are working with this source code, then there are two types of things to manage our code. What is that? That is Git and TFVC. TFVC stands for Team Foundation Version Control. Git stands for Global Information Tracker. Global Information Tracker. Okay, we choose any one of them as per our requirement of a need. As per the requirement of need. Suppose by default I am using Git, then one of the second drop down will see work item process. Basically, we are having four different types of work item process, that is Agile, Basic, CMMI, and Scrum. Right now, I have shown now all these things I have shown, guys. When we are creating a new project in DevOps organization, see, then these things we are seeing, right? Version control, Git and TFVC. That is what I am mentioning here, Git and TFVC. Then beside box, what we are seeing here, work item process, Agile, Basic, CMM, and Scrum. That is what I am mentioning here in the material. So whatever I am showing in the practicals, all that I am mentioning here in the material also for your convenience, for your ease. Okay. Yes, version control, I think you can change it. Version control, I think you can change it. That's not a big deal. Okay. But see, once the project is being created, see, I'll tell you one thing here, like how you guys are asking me the things here. You are asking me something like, sir, can we change the project name? Sir, can we change the version control? Sir, can we change the, visibility? Like this, what is these questions you guys are getting now? So these all details will be provided to you by your cloud architect. Cloud architects will give you all these details. No need to worry. So there are very rare circumstances, very rare situations wherein you have to make the changes. Normally, all these details will be given to you. Accordingly, you are doing the development. You are doing the deployment. You are going the build and provisioning of the projects. Okay, fine. So now what I am trying to do here, see what I'm trying to say here, these are the basically the work item process, the boards of the projects. Okay, depends on the options which we'll choose from this drop down. Suppose by default we are clicking on basic. Okay, so right now what we have taken here for these two projects, project 1 and project 2, we have taken work item process as basic. Now, if you want to see this project work item process is what is the work item process for this project? If you want to see, then what you have to do, guys, please understand, this is your DevOps homepage. This is your organization name. This is your project name. This is your project name. This is your overview, one of the main services. In that summary is one of the sub-services. Please understand this navigations. It's very important. Suppose for an example, if you click here on boards, suppose for an example, I click here on boards. So what is this navigations here? See these navigations. Understand this navigations is very important. So what is this one? This is your DevOps branding. DevOps branding means when you purchase a new bike, on top of the bike, you will see the bike name. Correct or not? You will see the bike name. That is what the branding of the product that the company will do. This is what, this is our organization name. This is what, this is our project name. This is what boards, one of the main services of DevOps projects. And what is this boards again? One of the sub-services inside the board's main service. Am I clear or not? Am I clear or not, guys? Tell me. Correct, na? So this navigation should be clear to you. I have seen many freshers in my projects. They little fellows don't understand the navigation itself only, where they are, on which they are, on which services they are, on which page they are. Innocent freshers, they don't know anything. That's why we want to make your fundamentals very strong. So these navigations, every time it will get changed whenever you are clicking. See now, I click on backlog. See now what it is doing. Here it got changed from boards to backlog. If I click here on sprints, then it will get changed here. See, sprints it came. So automatically like this, you have to understand. So see, this is our DevOps branding. This is our organization name. This is our project name. Boards is one of the main services. In that main services boards, we are having sprints as one of the sub-service. One of the sub-services. Got it? Is that clear or not? So now, what I'm trying to say here is, here every project you are creating in DevOps, then this project is giving you all the 5 services by default, 6 services. Overview, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. The same I'm mentioning in the material also. See, here on the left side, if we can see all the main services of this project. What are the main services of this project's overview? Left side means this side. See, this is the left side only, na? This is left side only, na? So that's what I'm saying here. Here on the left side, we are seeing all the main services, that is overview, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. All these features are available for every DevOps projects. These features or services, whatever you want, you can say. Some people will call it as services, some people will call it as features, some people will call it as properties, whatever it is. So this you will get by default. See, P1 project 1 when we have created, we got this by default. Project 2 we have created, we got this by default in project 2 also. That is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, this is the home page of this project and these are the services. Okay, that let's see all the services one by one. What it is saying, let's see all the services one by one. There is nothing in these services also. Yes, see, services has been offered to us, but if you click here on boards, see, it's completely empty. There is nothing in these boards. If you click on backlogs, see, it's completely empty. Sprints, empty, completely empty. Now we'll design all these things in our classes. Now we'll learn all these sub-services. That is what I'm saying here. There is nothing in these services as of now. If we see on the boards, we'll see completely blank boards is available. If we click on the repos, we'll see there is nothing in the repos. Nothing, completely empty. Empty. Now we'll design all these services. We'll design all these services. That is what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Everything is completely blank. Test plans, this is nothing. There is nothing. And if we click on artifact, there will be nothing. Okay. This just empty structure of the project. DevOps empty structure of the project has been created. Now we'll learn how we can design work items. What are the different types of work items? How to create the work items? How to assign the work items? Okay, how we can see who is working on what work item, what is work item, different types of work item. All these things we are going to see in detail now in our classes. As of now, everything is blank. See, this is completely blank. The boards is completely blank. Backlogs completely blank. Nothing is there. See, nothing is there. That's what I'm trying to say here. Suppose we have already created a new project and now we want to see where is that project. So suppose I am here on the organization tab Ericsson. If I want, I have created one organization with a name called Ericsson. If I want to access the project which I have created just now, for that first I have to click the organization. Suppose now for an example, here always try to understand this is your DevOps branding, this is your organization name. If you want to see in this organization how many branches are there, then click on this organization. Here you are seeing two projects, this one and this one. Two projects we are having here. Okay. First, remember, when you are at organization level, this is you are at organization level. Then you will see here organization settings. When you click on any of the projects, let us take, I click on this project. Now I'm at where? I'm at project level. I'm at project level. Then I'll see here project settings. So if you want to go to project settings, then first come to project. First come inside the project. If you want to go to organization settings, this is organization settings, then you have to come to organization level. Guys, please understand this portal. Okay. If you make your fundamentals strong, labs will be easy for you. Else, you will not understand the labs I'm telling. And always one more very, very important point, I'll just tell you. Okay. See, video recordings are must to do the labs. To do the labs. If you are not having video recordings for reference, then you cannot do the labs. I am telling you. 100% I am telling you. You cannot do the labs if you are not having video recordings for reference. So please enroll with the video recordings. Okay. Of course, they are charging some extra amount for video recordings, but trust me, that is 100% worthy. That is 100% worth. I'm telling you. Why? Because, okay, you think that if you see in class, okay, then you can do the labs later. No way possible. That is no way possible. That is no way possible. Definitely, you have to have the video recordings as a reference. Then only you can do the labs. If you are having the video recordings, you are doing the labs. If you are doing the labs, then you are learning the technology. If you are learning the technology, then you are going to get a job. Things are related to each other like this. Things are connected to each other like this. Don't be in an impression that if you see in the class once, then you can do the labs. No, the upcoming labs are very tough, I'm telling you. Where I'm clicking, what I'm doing, how I'm configuring, how I'm doing the deployments, how I'm doing the automations, how I'm building the pipelines, how I'm designing it. All these things are 100% you need the video recordings references for sure. I'm telling you. Okay. So if you're not having money also, no worries. Maybe you can take some time. Okay. 4 to 5 days of time by the end of this week. Okay. You can take the money and you can get the recording sampling. 5, 6 days or 8 to 10 days also. If you want, you take the time. But if you are not doing the labs, guys, trust me, it is of no use to learn this, attend these classes, I'm telling. Because you cannot do the labs. When you are a fresher, definitely you need the video recordings. And these video recordings will be there with you for 6 months. 6 months. Okay. This video recordings would be there with you. Okay. And you can see each recording 10 times in a day or 100 times in a day if you want it. There is no such restriction. If video recordings is there, you are doing the labs. If you are doing the labs, you are learning the technology. If you are learning the technology, you are going to get a job. If you get a job, then you will get a good salaries. Good salaries, I'm telling you. See, if you invest some 8,000 rupees extra, 8,000 rupees extra, then this will give you the return in lakhs of rupees. Lakhs of rupees means what? Lakhs of rupees means you are not going to get 3-4 lakh rupees in your account. Don't be in a wrong impression. I don't mean to say like that. What I mean to say, if you invest this 8,000 rupees, then you will learn the technology. If you learn the technology, you will get a job. Then you will get a 5 to 6 lakhs of package. 5 to 6 lakhs of package per annum. In this way, you will get the returns in lakhs of rupees. In this way. Don't be in an intention that if you take 8,000 rupees, then I am going to put some 4 lakh rupees in your account or Naresh IT will put. No, no, no. The link is like this. And until you do the labs with your own hands, you won't learn this. I'm 100% sure. When you see in the classes, it seems very easy. When you start doing it now, you will get a lot of errors. When you see the class, you feel very easy. But when you start doing it with your own hands, then you will get a lot of errors. Now, to resolve that errors, in order to avoid that errors, you must need video recordings for references. Video recordings for references. Okay. Is that clear, guys? So this is what about. I'll just stop the class here. Team setup for Azure DevOps projects. How to set up a team in DevOps projects. This we'll see in tomorrow's class. This we'll see in tomorrow's class.